if we see ourselves as a vehicle that can be of service to others, we need to put fuel in the vehicle.
Right.
We need to maintain the vehicle. We need to give it an oil change. We need to put fuel in it. We need to clean it from time to time. So service to self is crucial in that sense. Then it's not really service to self in a negative sense. It's self-care. It's self-love as a way to also then amp up and increase our ability to carry more spiritual strength and radiate even more fully towards others. So it's not a path of self-martyrdom, but it is a path of sacrifice of everything you thought was important to you. And that's a gradual process, and that's where the discomfort comes in. We have to face how full of shit we are, how self-deceiving and others deceiving we have become, because we become the cesspool of indifferent, selfish energies. It takes some time to clean out that cesspool. But as soon as one of the borders of this little pond breaks open, the pressure of the water becomes too high and the pond breaks open on one side, it starts to turn into a river that again is activated and is picking up speed towards the ocean, which in this case is the mirror being or God state. And that whole journey from the stinky little pond of the person consciousness, of the indifferent, complacent state of the victim, to this activated, courageous entity that learns to more and more subtly be of service to others, to more and more refine its balance of love and wisdom. It picks up that spiritual charge, that spiritual strength, that spiritual mass, and it begins to accelerate its flow of the river through those higher density states of consciousness, through the subtler nuances of that, into a really holistic, unified understanding of oneself that is prime with a great charge, with great spiritual aliveness and vibrancy, to realize the God state as its own true self and merge with the ocean more fully. So once I've activated that and I'm well on my way and I've self-transformed myself, I've acknowledged a lot of the ways in which I fooled myself into complacency. And now I'm more self-honest, I'm more transparent, I'm more fearless, and I'm more activated, I'm more passionate, and I've rearranged my life, and I've been of service to others for quite some time, and I attempt to do a better, cleaner, purer job every day. I contemplate, I meditate, and so forth. Now what becomes available to you, once that has been integrated, is the subtler balances of love and wisdom. So fourth density is the density of love. Then beyond that is fifth density, which is the density of wisdom. And then beyond that is sixth density, which is where the pathways come together and the polarities are resolved into unity. Once the lessons of love and wisdom, love and wisdom, love and wisdom have balanced each other out, and they've incorporated the views of each other. So there's not the extreme of love, where I'm just like actively trying to save the world without any regard for myself, or without any sort of understanding of how other people have their own guidance and their own free will. I just kind of want to help. I just want to love. But I run into challenges when I do it that way. And wisdom, if visualized exclusively, like on the extreme side of wisdom, it's like nobody needs me. Everyone is self-sufficient. The light of the higher self shines upon all entities evenly. Nobody needs me. I'm not that interested in active service. I kind of just feel like being by myself, meditating and studying philosophy and meditating on the inner light and kind of developing a yogic, self-contained lifestyle that is active, spiritually active, but it's no longer as active outwardly towards service to others actively. The compassion seems to be lacking a little bit. It doesn't have to be, but it's taking on a different shape, the shape of wisdom, of the inner light, focusing more towards the inner light and less towards the outer love or compassion. It's still love-based if it's service to others polarity, and the charge in the entity is service to others. It's still love-based, but it takes on the shape of wisdom and sort of a retraction. Inwardness, in a sense.
Letting people learn their own lessons.
Letting people learn their own lessons, not meddling with things, and also not risking it. There's also sort of an attachment to that detachment of like, it's kind of, every time I do reach out, it's kind of messy in a sense, and like, let people learn on their own, and I'm going to focus on the inner light, the self-sufficiency within myself, and attain greater spiritual wisdom. So in the later stages of the river flowing towards the ocean, becoming fit for union with the Creator, it wants more and more to fine-tune its service to others with a balanced view where their love is infused with wisdom, or you could say the wisdom is infused with love. But then after fifth density, the entity becomes again more available for active service to others, but now it's viewed with this deep background of wisdom, of respecting people's free will, of understanding how each entity has their own higher self. And the respect of free will is very connected to the balance of love and wisdom, to understand the nature of free will and to know how to respect that, to still be of active service, but with respecting that free will.